Right, welcome back. Hopefully what you've got now is something similar to this. You've put in lots of different shapes, you've found the teapot, and you messed around with its thing as well, and you've got different shapes on your scene. Great, that's good. Most of these shapes will form the basis of pretty much anything. One thing that I hope we're all going to kind of get to in the next few weeks is sort of you can start looking at objects, looking around your room, looking around your bedrooms, wherever you are, and go, oh, I can make that. I think I can figure out how that would work. And that's kind of where I want you to get to. But first things first, you may have dumped all these in, but they're all kind of static, aren't they? They're stuck on the screen. We're not really able to move them, rotate them, resize them in a meaningful way. So how do we do that? So if we click an object, so I've got my wall again, and up in the top left-hand corner here, you've got, well, top here, you've got select and move, you've got select and rotate, and you've also got scale and uniform. And you should notice that the actual pointer thing, the actual command thing is actually changing. Shortcuts, best shortcuts in the world. So W for move, E for rotate, R for scale. Get used to them as well. You're going to be flicking between them all the time. They're the best ones you can have. So W is move. So you've got the Z axis, which is actually up and down. Y, goes on the Y axis, and Z, which is that way. And you can now start to move and manipulate your objects, so you can select different things. Again, what was really useful to know, when you're looking at something in 3D, and I purposely did this, this cylinder here looks like it's quite close to this one. You know, if you had them like that, you think, oh, they're right next to each other. But actually, when we look in 2D, the cylinder's over here somewhere. It's quite away, and you can, if I really dragged it away in 2D, 3D can actually, doesn't help you in any way in judging perspective and judging depth. So really do use your other viewports, because you may be working on something and it's actually like 3 miles the other way. So click and drag them, move them how you want, so that this sphere here is actually quite below everything. So we bring it up, yeah, or however you want it. What could we do with these things? Well, we could put this sphere maybe on top of that one, and we can then try use the actual 2D. So see, I'm switching between screens. So I'm saying, right, that's the front view. Let's go there. Let's look at it from the top. Okay, that can go there. That's about right. That's sort of, yeah, that's a thing. We can put this here. Maybe it's got a wall to the side of it. Maybe we're building a castle. Maybe I think we're building a castle. Let's go old school. And yep, that's cool. And I'm being a little bit, you know, I'm kind of trying to just throw things on there and trying to see it with my eye, which isn't the best way of doing things if you want to be precise. The precision is something all about this software, really. Yeah, and I could rescale that to maybe squish it in a bit. What you'll notice as well, it's gone on a mode where, if you see here, if you click and hold, that's select and squash. If I click it, I've got different types. I've got this one, which is select and uniform scale, which would do everything, I believe, at once. There you go. That's a bit better. So you've got different types of scale. And again, don't forget, you can still edit things with the actual modifier over here. But there, that could be like a weird little spike thing. So I'm switching between. Cool. Don't worry too much if it embeds itself into the other one. We're not worried too much about making it perfect at the moment. So we've got a weird little side of a building thing going on here with a spike on top. I have no idea what I've just made, but there you go. And they can all be, yes, I can drag round them. So left click and drag round, and I can actually highlight them all and move them all at once. What you may notice is there's some numbers at the bottom of the screen. If I select this object, this is its actual location at space. So you've got 2 on the X. See it's changing there? So if I want to actually zero it off, I can type 0 and it will go to actual 0 point. I could right click here, and Y, again I can see where that's going, and Z, that's about right there. But what's really useful about that is then you know the height of things. You can tell where things are in space. If you want to match something up, you will make sure it's the same as the other one. You see? So now that's in the perfect center. So this has now gone off because that's still at 2. If I change that to 0, they are now all at origin 0 along the x-axis. So that makes more sense for it. Again, do for that one. Now they're all there. And it's really useful later as well, because you can export things and it'll all be in the correct place. Okay, what I want you to do is using these fancy, rotate, I haven't shown you that yet. If I click rotate, I can literally rotate things around. What I will say with rotate is that it's a pain in the bum, because what do? You do this and you've just rotated it by like 13.275, you know, and that's not helpful. So what you can do is up here, you've got your snaps. What we'll just use for now is the angle snap. If I click on that, now when I go around with my rotation, see what it's doing? It's going in 5 degrees, and that's really useful because you can, you sometimes want a strange angle, but most of the time you're just going to work in 45s, or, you know, just to get something in a good position. So yeah, that's the rotation tool there. What wouldn't you do? Yeah, it's the summer, so why not? Let's make a snowman. What you do is use your different shapes here and try and piece together a snowman. Okay, so what shapes would you need? It needs like a carrot nose and button eyes, all that kind of stuff. How are you going to do that? Okay, if you want to be a bit adventurous, maybe give them a gun or something, or try and make a scene. Go for it. Go nuts. Let's see what you can do. Don't worry, this is going to take time. Some people are going to get this faster than others, but we'll all get there in the end.